Hey there, Adam LoDolce from sexyconfidence.com, and in this video right now, I'm going to be sharing with you the 7 most clear signs that you can actually trust a man in a relationship. Keep watching. Number 1. The first one is that he has a pretty solid relationship history. As my history teacher would always say, history repeats itself, so be sure to study the past. Once you've been dating a guy for a few months, it's perfectly okay to ask him about some of those past relationships that may or may not have worked out, and maybe get an idea of some of those things that he learned from those relationships. Now maybe he's not crazy experienced with relationships, and like I said, that's fine, but you'll definitely want to get to the root cause of why. And if he is very experienced with relationships in his past and they've all failed, then you're going to also want to ask him why as well. And his response to these questions are going to be a really good indicator of how much you can actually trust him moving forward. Number 2. The second one is that he's an honest guy, and he's also able to have those pretty difficult conversations that are going to come up in a relationship. Honesty is challenging sometimes, especially when it comes to telling someone something that they really don't want to hear, which of course, like I said, is totally inevitable in a relationship. And if he's constantly avoiding any type of conversations about tough topics, then how are you ever going to be really able to trust him? You won't. Number 3. Number 3 is that you've known him for a significant amount of time, at least 6 months. As my mother says, time tells you everything you need to know about a person. The reality of being human is that everyone has an angel, and everyone also has that demon lurking inside of them that's about to come out. So definitely don't overly invest yourself into someone until you've had enough time passed and time spent together to let those demons actually appear so you can see what they actually look like. Ugh. Number 4. The fourth one is that he's actually trustworthy in other relationships in his life as well. You know, you can tell a lot about someone's ability in a romantic relationship by just taking a look at the platonic relationships that they have in their life. I mean, take a look at how does he treat his friends? How does he treat his family? How does he treat his mother? Watch for these signs, because it's going to give you a very good indicator as to how he's going to treat you once he really gets to know you. Number 5. The 5th one is that he's not overly judgmental. If you want to start peeling back the layers and being vulnerable around a guy, you need to be with a guy who's not going to judge you when you start sharing things about yourself that might be just a little bit less than perfect. So I had nightmares for 2 weeks after watching the first episode of The Walking Dead. Whatever, I like tuna fish in my oatmeal every morning. We are all weird, all of us. And if he's highly critical of you and those imperfections that you might have in your life, then how are you going to ever be able to share the real you around him? Number 6. Number 6 is that he's able to trust you. I hate to tell you, but trust is a two-way street here. And the question is, have you earned his trust yet? I challenge you to go ahead and rewatch this entire video from the opposite perspective and ask yourself, am I trustworthy in a relationship? A man is never going to be able to truly open up to you unless he feels safe around you. Lucky number 7. And the last one is that you're actually ready to trust a man again. I mean, maybe you've been burned in the past and your heart's just not in it and you can't invest yourself in a relationship. And if that's the case, then maybe it's time to just take your time to heal. And finally, when you're in a relationship, don't forget to trust yourself and your own instincts about a person. Sometimes it's so easy to get caught up in a relationship that we forget to listen to that very logical side of our brains that are telling us that maybe something's a little off here. And if you want to become a little bit more strategic about men and dating, then go ahead and download this ebook right here. You can click right here. You can instantly download this. And it's an ebook called Men, and it's going to teach you the 7 fundamental truths about men and dating. And also, if you enjoyed this video, please, it helps me out a lot. Give it a like on YouTube, that certainly helps me out. And don't forget to subscribe on YouTube right here for more videos just like this every single week. Thank you so much for watching. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.